All right, ladies and gents, lots to go over. Make sure that you are watching this video all the way through because there is plenty for you to be paying attention to. This is going to be a crazy week. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Let's go straight to, let's say, the charts or news. Which one you want first? You say news? Okay, let's go to news. So this is going to be a crazy week. I've actually never seen anything like this. To be honest, I've just never seen anything like this. Which is good, though, to be honest with you. I'm glad they're doing this. So as you can see, almost every we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Actually, all 7 currencies are going to be making their interest rate announcement all in 1 week. Isn't that incredible? So the best trading days is going to be today through Tuesday, which is Sunday through Tuesday, because there's really no real big news as far as, you know, the markets. The biggest one is going to be right here, which is Wednesday. It's going to be a doozy because of the U.S. having their interest rate announcement, which is the biggest of them all. Each one of these are just individually concerning, you know, if you trade those pairs. But if we're looking at globally, the one to be concerned about is Wednesday, which is the US dollar, which affects all currencies across the board. But you want to take a picture. Ching-ching, ching-ching. Take a picture. This is what it's going to look like for this week. Plenty of news coming up. Mainly Wednesday through Thursday is what we're going to be concerned about. Wednesday through Thursday. So that's why I said Sunday through Tuesday is fine. And Friday is not going to have much noise. But realistically, after Wednesday, it's not a big deal. Because if you're trading the US dollar pairs, then cool if you know, afterwards. But if you're trading these individual ones in combination with the US dollar, whatever, you know, then to be concerned. Also, you can hear there's noise in the background, thunderstorms coming through. All right, next, let's go to the copycat. So again, if you want to be part of our trading copier service, then go right here to supereasycopycat.com and you can get copied on our trades today. If you want to see how it works, just go right here and it'll be very easy for you to see. And we have a number of options in here for you to do. If you want to be part of our futures trading service, we have 2 different services. One is the New York session with the lovely Miss Jenny, where you can trade live with her. Also, you get a free indicator with this service. And if you want my trade alerts, then you go right here, sign up for the Asian session. I have a private Telegram group, and when I take trades, I send out the alerts, okay? So that's about it. Let's go right into the charts. And I like this because it got the weekend gaps. So therefore, you know, any weekend gaps, we can see them. As you see, the AUD softened up last week. It still looks like a pretty good idea to keep an eye on those pairs, except for, as I mentioned earlier, you know, AUD is having their interest rate announcement on tomorrow. So you got to be kind of careful on whether to trade that pair or not just yet. Let's look at the schedule, and this is what I do. I keep this schedule up, so I say, okay, I see a good setup, but hold up, player. And as you can see, that one's going to be coming out first. So in my personal opinion, yes, I see setups on the AUD, but I'm going to wait until after the interest rate news. As you can see, this had a massive drop. That was incredible. Because of the war, it's kind of interfering with a lot of the movements, but if we get a bigger picture from the 4-hour time frame, you see, this is what I'm looking for. It to cluster up in these areas and kind of stop, just like this is currently doing, AUD and ZD. Those are the things I'm looking for, okay? So, and I'm going to try to get through this video fast. There's a thunderstorm just in case there are blackouts. I do have my computer on backup power, but just in case. All right, so CAD, nothing. This one, if it replays back up here after the CAD news and the JPY news and still sits here, then yes, I'll tap it for a drop. Other than that, I'll be looking for the ocean wave trading system to see if it'll follow down on the lower time frame. So we'll see how this is in the neutral zone. See how price action has now crossed below the main wave. Boom, 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 boom. Cross below the main wave. You got it in blue, which means consolidation. So if this converts over to yellow, and again, you can change this color to whatever you want. By the way, huge. Huge. This week I will be doing the launch of the MT5 indicators, and you do not want to miss the first announcement because I got something extremely special for the first comers. You're going to be happy. Super happy that you're going to be the first ones, okay? It's going to be a deal for the first 100 people, so make sure that you hop on when I make the announcement. But anyway, Ocean wave, you can hear the rain hitting my window, huh? And I'm looking at the lake behind my house, filling up. All right, anyway, ocean wave is showing the price action has dropped below the main wave, and that blue is showing that it's consolidating, which typically means a change of direction. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on that one. Ooh, it's coming down hard. All right, let's keep it moving. Okay, so next, Swiss JPY. See, and this is the funny thing about these pairs. They see how it hang up here? This is why you want to catch it up here. Now, again, sometimes it's going to go past that level and stop you out. But, you know, it's worth, you know, keeping an eye on. Now, this one is creating that double bottom. This is where I feel more comfortable. See how it creates the double bottom, creates that little, you know, a slant pattern that I tell you about, and then come back here again. And if it holds in that arena, see, right off the support of the trend line on the 4-hour daily time frame, daily dot level, see that? That's what I'm actually looking for, okay? That's what I'm talking about. Strong push, strong pullback, reaching right back to this level right here. This is not a bad looking pair to me, okay? Okay, outside of the interest rate news coming out that can impact it, but other than that, it looks great. I like EuroCAD for a buy. All right, let's take a look at the other pairs. Nothing there, nothing there. See, here goes another one. EG, see that double bottom? You see that? Cluster full of candles right here. Love that pair. I like it. Well, I don't love this pair. I really don't like this pair, but I like the setup so far. See, you see how it's coming back and retesting this level on the 1 hour slant pattern. So you see how it's bouncing up as we speak. That's what I'm talking about. A very strong push to the back, up to the upside. So ECAD and EG, and I'm making a note for myself as well on looking for confirmations, and I may take those. So for those who are in our copycat group, you know, you'll be copied when we take trades. All right. Let's keep a lookout. This one, I don't like it. I see it making this, but until it gives me a double bottom or something, let me know this drop is over. I'm not interested. No, not yet. See how this one created that double bottom and now it's just taken off. It's done. See, on the 4-hour time frame, that double bottom, that's what I'm looking for. Retest off that double bottom on the 4-hour. That's a really, really strong level. So therefore, even if I get stopped out, it's okay, because it showed me what I needed to see. See, now this is where I said, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes you may get that double bottom, but look, watch this. This is why I need multiple retests when it reaches these double bottom levels, because again, it can push through further to the downside, which by the way, the dollar is strong because of all the news in the war. So you see how this one broke through? This is why, okay, not every double bottom is going to work on the 4-hour. That's why I said it has a high winning percentage rate, but it doesn't mean you're going to win every single time. But the more retests at the bottom that you get, such as this, see, all this multiple retest. Let's just look at this one in contrast. See, not much retest right here, so you only had 2 candles and it dropped through. Okay, so I'm looking for multiple retests off those levels. That shows that, okay, then tried several times to go and it couldn't do it. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. See, this is why you want to wait for your arrow on the 15-minute to say now it's time to buy, because not every time it's going to hit this level will it stay. And you see how weak that candle, one candle broke on through. Let's go here and look at this, and you can see multiple candles in this area showing strong levels on the 15, and you can see it on the 4-hour. Okay, so it can cut through like a hot knife through butter through these levels. So that's why you just want to be patient and wait for the 15 to say yes, it's time to buy. Okay, once it says 15 or 10-minute, 5-minute, whatever, on the lower time frame using the scanner, then guess what? Go for it. Do your thing. Okay, patience is key. Patience is key. And right now, the U.S. dollar is very strong, very strong. But we'll see how it goes, because the interest rate news is coming up this week. Okay, so that's that. All right, and gold has just been sitting just in a tight little range, like a tight little box. So it's very hard to trade it right now. As you guys can see, that's the box. It's just constantly in and out, up and down. And if you look at these candles, it's just very choppy in one direction, chop. So not the best pair, in my opinion, to look at for the time being. You know, get in, get out, and get what you can, but don't really, make it your lover right now because of the war. Okay, that's that, guys. And again, be on the lookout for my news announcement for the new system, the new MT5 coming out. It's going to be a banger, and the first 100 people, you're going to be thrilled that you heard about it. I think I might do a Zoom meeting or something to just go over everything, make sure everybody understands what's happening. And like I said, for your time, it's going to be worth it. Peace and hair grease.